Welcome, Alexis, to the Mompreneur YouTube channel and or podcast. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. So if you don't know who Alexis Holman is, Alexis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm one of Elisa's biggest fans. But I'm also a mother. I have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. We were hoping the boy came second, but he came third. That's all right, though. We've got a whole squad over here. I'm an educator. I've been in education for over 10 years. We actually went to the same alma mater, Oakwood University. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. I'm a wife and I'm a mom, sister, the whole shebang. I work currently in a Title I school. I've also just gotten my master's in educational leadership, all during the pandemic. So that was interesting to say the least. Still going strong in education.
Okay. So would you say that education is your passion? It's something you truly enjoy?
Listen, oh my goodness.
I say that because we went through the whole education program together. Dr. Wood and Dr. M and Dr. Ennis, so your passion, I think, is definitely way different than my feelings towards education. Like I don't want to go back to the classroom. I too have, as you know, have taught for over 10 years, but yeah. For me, I'm done. But I know for you, you're like one of the people when I think of teachers that truly enjoy education and teaching, and you have a passion for it. Not me.
Yes. I have to say, I definitely have a passion for it. I was basically said, can you not stop talking about education even during happy hour? That's pretty much me. I just eat, breathe, sleep education. And it's sometimes like that. Sometimes that makes it hard, just because it's I want to be able to exit at some point, not necessarily education, but that mindset of the teacher always. So I would definitely say, yeah, my heart is in education. I can say that I'm also graduating, if you will. I would like to get out of the classroom because I feel as though my impact is, it's stifled. It's very stifled in the classroom. So now that I've gotten my master's, I want to move into leadership. I really want to be able to have a broader reach as far as, education goes. Yeah.
So I know that you have started a consulting business. Tell me a little bit about the backstory of this. I know you said you graduated with your master's and you still want to do things with education. And I know you have a passion for helping other teachers and the turnover rate of teachers and how principals can keep their teachers.
Yeah, definitely. Just because I'm, first of all, 3rd generation educator. My grandmother was a teacher, an elementary teacher for years. I mean, gray hair and all, still in the classroom with the kindergartners and the 1st and 2nd graders. I would help set up her classroom, take it down. So when I'm thinking, it has been a very eye-opening experience for me being an aspiring leader, looking for those leadership roles and just how the relationships are working together between teachers and administrators, and how sometimes those relationships, they just don't mesh. Yeah. Teachers are wanting support.
Teachers are wanting support. The principal can really make a difference in the school. And I'm saying that because I've had a principal where I've left the school because of the principal. And then I've also been at a school where the principal was really trying to groom me to be into a leadership position. And so your leader really makes a difference.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. And the biggest thing for me, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum as well, I've had a leader who they I'm a team player. If it's for the kids, we're gonna make it work some kind of way.
Right.
I'm always going 110% for the school and the students that we serve, girl. And what one of my experiences, it was like almost like an out of body experience where the administrator said something to me on a personal level, and I was like, whoa, did they really take it there? And just because I don't want to, because it was so very specific, I can't, share what they said, but it rocked me to my core. And I said, okay, I could never work for this administrator again. Wow. And when I left that school, the community felt it. I still to this day have people from that community that are reaching out. Hey, Ms. Holman, how are you doing? Man, we really missed you. We really lost a really good teacher in you, because that was like, especially when you're young and you're fresh and you're ready to go. And unfortunately, a lot of the young educators, they get burnt out really quickly, or they are lacking a lot of support early on. No mentors, they don't know what to do sometimes, because the teacher preparation programs are out of touch. They're out of touch with the way schools are now. And the way the students are now. So when teachers come in, they're looking for their leader to support them, giving them professional development that is going to really enhance their instruction, give them a little more classroom management. That is one of the biggest issues today, with new teachers not being ready to come into the classroom environment with what is it, Generation Alpha. It can be very frustrating. So I want to be able to help administrators and give them almost like the inside scoop, especially those administrators that have been out of the classroom, or they're far removed from the classroom and that experience, or their experience is so totally different from teachers in this tech age. It's almost like they can't relate to what is being required. You're talking about in the midst of a pandemic, drop everything, everybody's up and running online. Right. I'm Zooming with my students. I'm planning with my partner teacher.
Some of these older teachers have difficulty opening a PDF, so I can only imagine.
Exactly. Wow. So when you're talking about, so a lot of educators they're number one, they're afraid. They're afraid of getting sick if they're high risk or anything like that. So they're, okay, it's time for me to go. Well, what about those teachers that are not ready to leave? How do we support them? How can we get them to be able to stay in education as long as they want to be able to stay in education, to be able to make the impact that they are looking to make? We have to be able to support those teachers. And the administrators, some of them are with it. Some of them are wondering, okay, how can I help this teacher who has been teaching for over 30 years? What can I do to provide that for them? Or what are those pain points of the new teacher? How am I going to get them to return next year if they don't have, classroom experience, and the behaviors are very challenging? Right. So I want to be able to help those leaders to be able to meet the needs of their teachers so that they can have them returning for the very next year, essentially building their dream team.
Right. Well, let me switch gears a little bit. So you talked about support system. What does support look like for you? What does your support system look like?
The support system that I've been receiving, like the support that I receive in my school.
Like from your school, from your home life, your family.
Okay, so one thing and I'm glad you asked that question, because I was really thinking about this very topic this week. From a family standpoint of view, I have my 3 kids, so that takes a lot from me as a wife. I've got to be able to be there for my husband, got to be able to be there for my kids as well. But in order for me to be that top-notch educator, to be that top-notch educational leader, I have to have that support, so it really helps that my husband understands, the demands of the job. He was a teacher for very short stint, extremely short stint. And he's like, I don't know how you do it. I could never do that. But just allowing me the space and the time that I need to decompress after work, him being my sounding board and my safe space, that has made all of the difference, especially in the last 2 years. As a teacher, as the husband of a teacher, he has been a great support to me. Another form of support are my colleagues, my work besties. I've got 2. One just so happens to be my cousin.
Oh my God. Can I just interject and say, like, work besties really make a difference at your school, like, especially if they're at your school, because you can just like look over at them during staff meeting or text them, be like, yo, WTF. Like, what?
Listen,
what is
going on? Or we're texting like, what is going on? Okay,
I was a teacher that I would send that problem student to their classroom with like a note, and it'll be like, just keep them for like 5 minutes, please. Yes. Work best.
Yes. I can't stress that enough. I mean, that support system is key, because it kind of works like at home. I mean, for those that are married, just being able to have somebody who's on when you're off and off when you're on, to be able to kind of balance that out.
Let me stop you there. What do you do for self-care? What does Alexis do for self-care for Alexis?
Well, definitely get my work bestie. We'll go for pedicures sometimes together and just kind of debrief, and we pump each other up. Other times I'll do my own pedicures on my own time.
I've seen those feet. Just kidding.
Don't play me. Don't come for me. I've done massages. I've done facials. Sometimes it's just as simple as going for a really slow stroll through my community, listening to music. I like to play jazz music, and sometimes I gotta have me a glass of wine, something to just take the edge off and calm my nerves.
I'm not mad at it. So let's talk about motherhood for a little bit. What are some of your favorite products that you like for yourself as a mother? Like, what are some of your favorite go-to products?
Now, Lisa, as a mom, okay, so I love just like Instapot.
As Alexis.
So yeah, girl, listen, I love my baked potatoes, but they take too long in the oven. 20-minute baked potatoes for the entire,
Instapot bakes your potatoes?
You can cook any and everything in an Instant Pot. Yeah. So yeah, it's an investment, because baked potato bars, I love potatoes. That's not the only thing I'll cook, but another thing being, y'all know, teacher mom life it can suck the life and the time out of you. Hello Fresh. Right. Hello Fresh, meal service, delivery. Oh my.
Everybody swears by
no, I needed that.
No. Everyone swears
I love Hello Fresh.
They have not tried Marley and Spoon.
I've heard of it.
Marley and Spoon is absolutely delicious. I will pick, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna reach out to them this week to sponsor them because Marley and Spoon is really the best home delivery food program that I have ever tasted. And I think that's because I'm a vegetarian and it has a lot of vegetarian options.
But I do vegetarian meals too. We have our, we have one of the meals that I absolutely love was their corn chowder. Okay, the kids absolutely loved it. And it had like a baguette with like I think it was like Old Bay seasoning on it. Oh, that was really good. And vegetarian. And then we also had sweet potato quesadillas. Oh my gosh, they were so good. So definitely the home delivery. And the thing is, when I did the math on it, we have 3 meals, right? There's 5 of us. We get the home delivery kit for 2 people or maybe 4 people. But either way, it feeds all of us. Excuse me. And then we have food left over. That equals out to $6.70 per person per meal. That's cheaper than Olive Garden. That's cheaper than PF Chang's.
Right.
That is cheaper than those sit-down restaurants, and you're having a really good quality meal with fresh quality ingredients. So HelloFresh, the Instant Pot, and what's another thing I absolutely need? Headphones. Noise canceling headphones. Noise canceling.
I need some of that. I'm gonna request that for Christmas because these boys.
Listen, and I hear them going. I love it though.
Now tell me this: does your husband play his videos on his phone at like the maximum volume? Like you don't want to turn it down at all?
No, noise canceling headphones. Y'all need to invest. We'll send you some.
Please do. All right. So what are your must-have products for your kids?
Okay. Thinking. My son has, so you remember the Nintendo NES, the one with the cartridges you had to blow?
Right.
I was a huge Super Mario Brothers fan. So I bought myself the Switch.
Oh, okay.
It's mine. It's my Switch. But for Buddy, that is like hands down a good form of entertainment for him. Not only that, working on those fine motor skills because he's still he's 7, so that helps with his writing. Always tying it back to education, shame. So that's good for him. And I like it because, and I was just talking to a lady about this today, when you have those tablets, because we've had tablets, we've had the Amazon tablet, or the Kindle or the Fire tablet and iPads with the apps, you have all those ads. And the ads are so wildly inappropriate for the kids. So instead of him having just like a tablet where he has all these apps, he's got the video games. And then, just making sure we limit that. Another thing must have for the kids, oh God, I gotta whisper because she's listening. The Amazon Alexa Echo or something like that. Those things, lifesavers.
Because the kids were listening, but Alexa's listening.
Yes, Alexa. She's talking. Hear her over there talking.
It's too scary for me. I refuse.
So, but see, one of the nice things that I like about those devices is you can turn off the microphone, so it won't hear, it won't hear your conversations or it won't listen, right? But I like it because I can set timers and they can set timers. They come home, guys, you got to do 30 minutes on your Lexia Core 5 or on your math assignment. So they can set their own timers. And that alleviates me having to like micromanage and monitor every little thing that they're doing. So video games as opposed to like actual tablets, right, and the Amazon device, so that they can program it and use it as a timer. They use it as an alarm clock as well. They like to shower and listen to their music too. So that kind of, brings them some joy. Another thing, or one last thing. Ooh, okay. So it may be a little difficult to see, but, I just combed out my locks and my hair is super curly. Corinne's hair is like out to here and her curls are as tight as like a pin spring, like very soft, but very tight. Right. So I can't remember the brand name, but that IC moisturizer, that it's a liquid moisturizer. I'll send you a picture of it. Yes, I'll send you a picture of it. Oh my gosh. Makes detangling so easy.
Can I just say that I thought that having boys, I wouldn't have to deal with hair, but my mom, when are you going to comb that boy's hair? When are you going to comb his hair? You need to comb his hair.
Girl, cutting Buddy's hair was the best thing for us because let's just be honest. They're cute, but that hair makes them look crazy because it's so curly. And then it's not like it's patchy. You get like a little spring right here, a little bit of spring right here. Buddy had like this arrow-shaped afro when he was a baby. But yeah, when we cut it, it was like, oh, he's not a baby anymore. But yeah, that made it easier.
All right. Tell me, what is the best advice you've ever received?
Man, there's so many different stages I've received advice in. I would say the best advice that I've ever received was to not take things personally. And I did not really, I was not able to really get it until I went to like a personal development seminar, and the person or the facilitator was just like, a lot of things we don't realize we are doing is telling ourselves stories, where we'll just kind of, something happens and then
our own scenarios,
put our own interpretation onto it. And it could be something wildly crazy, but, and it's usually something personal. Oh, she rolled her eyes at me, or, oh, he didn't say bye. They, and then we create these stories in our mind that this other person is thinking some type of way about us. That piece of advice, don't take things personally. I was able to do that like within the last 5 years, because when I went to that personal development seminar, it clicked. It finally clicked. And I'm like, oh, okay. We just needed to know how not to take things personally. Right. We do it automatically. We don't even realize it.
All right. So let me see. What projects are you currently working on? Feel free to shamelessly plug in anything that you are currently working on.
So, I am working on not being a jack of all trades. I have to be honest, because you know me, I can lay it on so thick. I literally just got rid of 2 trash bags full of fabric, sewing fabric material.
Yeah, I literally just thought, I was like, I wonder if Alexis still sews.
I don't have time. Literally, because I have set this challenge to be able to, make a positive change in education. in wanting to keep, highly qualified teachers in the classroom, or go out and recruit them, or help administrators to be able to recruit and retain them, I've had to really buckle down, and that's been the project that I've been working on, and will obviously continue to work on, doing a lot of behind the scenes groundwork right now, because it's literally fresh, like July/end of August fresh. So I'm just kind of laying the groundwork now to be able to reach out to administrators so that we could collaborate and work together. I was able to increase my current school's retention by 23%, I do believe.
Retention of teachers?
Retention of new teachers to our school.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. So tell me,
it's just strictly through relationship building, really.
That's a big part. So tell me, what are some tools that you use to manage your life as a mother and entrepreneur?
Tools that I use to manage my life as hydration. You see, I keep taking a swig of this bottle. I've got to have water constantly, coffee in the morning, and water for the rest of the day. Shameless plug, Cafe Bustelo is one of my favorite coffees to drink.
In Tampa?
It's espresso. No, like you can find it in Walmart. You can find it in, Publix.
I thought it was
it's a brand.
Okay.
Yes. Cafe Bustelo. So coffee, and it's very simple. I drink mine black. Well, technically it's not black because of sugar, but water bottles, spray bottles to be able to do my hair, nice little like hair clips. This is not my current planner. I've abandoned this planner. And I think my cousin got me the happy planner. Oh. So I have to have my planner somewhere. My planner is a big, big deal. And my phone and my laptop, just making sure that I have everything that's, just kind of gelled together. I may write things down in my planner and then to quickly jot it down and then plug it into my phone, and all my devices sync together. So that really helps to have, it's like my personal secretary, so I never forget anything.
So if no one remembers anything from this conversation, what would you want them to remember? What advice would you want to give other mothers or getting started in a business, other teachers? What would you want someone to remember from this whole conversation?
From this entire conversation, one thing that I would want a mom or educator or whatever roles you're playing with your motherhood role or with your mom role, just know that you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, really, whatever you have a passion for, whether it's to, help others in need, whether it's to fulfill your professional or career desires, you can do it. You really can. It's really just about your drive and your motivation to be able to do those things. So that's if no one gets anything else from this, just know that you can do anything that you put your mind to, truly, and that you have the drive for. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's awesome advice to give to them. Just keep going. That's what I tell people. All right. So the next few questions are going to be rapid fire questions. So all you have to do is answer them. Are you ready?
Got it.
All right. Who's your inspiration and why?
Oh man, my kindergarten teacher, Miss Streeter. Oh.
All right.
She just didn't play. Go ahead. Summer or winter? Summer.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
If you could live anywhere, where would that be?
Florida. I mean, I'm here. They're a little crazy here, but
I lived here for 7 years. I do miss the weather, though. All right. What's your hobby?
Reading.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Orange and pink.
Copycat. Let me just say this.
Put on a big shirt.
When I met Alexis in college, freshman year, her room
it was just orange.
She had all these Tigger stuffed animals. So I was like, if she says any color besides orange, I was gonna have to come to the screen. All right. What's your favorite TV show?
Ooh, right now I'm watching All American, but my favorite I have to say is Downton Abbey. Oh, I love it.
Really interesting.
I love Downton Abbey, but I'm watching All American right now. So
my brother has told me I need to watch All American.
It's so good. It's so good.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, so many.
I know.
Let's just keep it to a genre, I guess. I like informational text. So
I can see that. All right. I think you probably already answered this earlier, but what's one appliance you can't live without?
I'll go ahead and say the Instapot.
What's your dream car?
I guess Alexis, just because of my name.
Okay. And then what is your hometown famous for?
Brady now, I guess.
Braiding? Like Tom Brady or braiding hair?
No, Tom Brady.
Oh. Did he go? What are you guys, the Buccaneers?
The Bucks, yes.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, guys. I just am not a Brady fan. And it's only because they kept winning Super Bowls back to back when he played for the Patriots. Like, that's just not realistic. That's not realistic.
I mean,
it's not.
Man win.
No, they're not that good. They are not that good.
What a hater.
Hey, I'm gonna hate. I root for the Bucks, but not Brady.
To each their own. All right, Alexis.
That's right.
I'm so glad that you took the time to join me here and interview and talk about your business and life as a teacher and a mom. And you are definitely passionate about education. I'm so glad that you took the time, that we were able to connect and do this.
Yes, me too.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon on my channel again as you grow and progress. I'm excited for your journey as you become
definitely
a consultant.
I'm excited for your journey as well and what you're doing for all the moms and the teachers out there. Sure. It's a nice space to be in.
It is. Well, anything else you would like to add, Alexis?
Thanks for having me. And if you know anybody that could benefit from just a little inside knowledge on ways to be able to keep highly qualified teachers, ways to be able to attract them, send them my way.
Will do. Thanks.
All right.
Don't click off though.